Yo, what is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Tuesday if you're listening to this, obviously Tuesday. But just had a great talk with one of my staff members over here at the restaurant, and I think I'm going to use that conversation as my main podcast conversation today. So, without further ado, I will jump right into this one today. So, my first question for you is, what do you want to be remembered for? And this is just a quick question. I'm not looking to really elaborate on this. But what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to say about you when you are gone? Once you think about that, once you outline that, once you kind of have, I don't know if you'll ever have a clear vision on this, right? This might be a moving target, forever kind of evolving into what that, will be. But if you just think a couple things that you want to be remembered for: great dad, great family, whatever, right? Like amazing leader for your team, just always smiled and laughed at, whatever, right? Like if you think about what are they going to say at your funeral, right? It's inevitable. We're all going to be there at some point. So what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to say about you after you've passed? Just think about that. Write that down. Put it in your notes somewhere in your phone. And I honestly think it's a powerful thing to reflect on and think about and document and have an idea. Anyways, moving on. I've been thinking a lot about mindset and how important your mindset is and how powerful the mind is. Whether we decide to wake up early and work out or hit the snooze and sleep in, it's all in our mind, right? This is all a decision that we make. How mentally tough are we? How willing are we to do the things that we say we're going to do or that we want to do? Do we follow through with them? Do we hold ourselves accountable, right? You've always got this little voice in the back of your head that says it's okay to keep sleeping. It's okay if we don't do it. It's all right. For me, like I've said in the past, if I say I'm going to read, I need to read. If I don't read, let's say I set my goal for this month. I'm going to read 10 pages a day. And if I do not do that one day, now it's okay that I don't do it, for the rest of the month, right? Like that one little mistake will then throw me off course. Now, the tough mind aspect here would be I missed a day because I physically didn't have the time. I worked from 5 a.m. and I didn't get home till 10 and I had to go to sleep or whatever. I'm going to get right back on the horse tomorrow, because I'm telling myself it's not okay that I missed and I need to continue moving forward. I need to continue with the goal that I set out to accomplish, right? So I just want you to think about the things that you say you're going to do. I'm going to wake up and work out. I'm going to work out 5 times. I'm not going to drink this week. I'm not going to, whatever that habit is. I am going to do X. Whatever you say you are going to do, you must do it. You must follow, like I always say, like a man's handshake, a man's word. That agreement with yourself is very important. If you don't follow through with it, you are letting your mind become weak. And I just, this has been something that I've been thinking about more and more lately and kind of coaching some of my teammates on, is just, you need to be able to do what you say you're going to do. So, use your weakness as your strength is my next note here. If anybody's seen 8 Mile by Eminem, or featuring Eminem, right? Eminem's life story has come up. His final rap battle in the movie. Everything that the other rapper is going to use against him, Eminem decides to use it for himself, and the other guy has nothing to say, right? So everything that was bad about him, the way he was, the way he grew up, the way he was raised, his entire life story that the other guy was going to use against him, he just used it against himself, and he made those his strengths. So my example here, I know I've talked to a lot of people that dwell. They have a situation. They let it kind of take over too much of their decisions and their what's going on in their life, right? I'm not saying if somebody passes on that you can't mourn them, that you can't, that is grieve. That's totally different. But am I using that as an excuse every day? Well, because because so and so passed on, I've been living, I've had all of these issues. I've had all these problems. Like, am I dwelling on it? Am I using that as a crutch? I'm trying to reframe the mind as use that as a strength. Because my dad passed on, I now do X, right? Because my dad's best friend is no longer here, I'm doing things for him, right? Like, I need you to use that tool as maybe you're going through a situationship, right? Maybe you've got a relationship you're working through, or maybe you've got maybe a family feud, or whatever, I don't know, whatever issue you've got going on. Use that as a motivator, not as a roadblock, right? Because this is happening, I'm now working out 5 days a week. Because this is happening, I'm not going to drink. Because this is happening, I'm now going for a run every morning. Like, use it as a tool to your advantage, not to your disadvantage, right? Like, whatever cards you've been dealt in your life, use them. Like, it's how you play your cards. You can't blame everybody else for the cards you've been dealt. You've been dealt them. Play them to the best of your ability. Use them the way you can, right? Use your weaknesses as your strengths. So, my other note here is get out of your own way. And what do I mean by this? This is the same concept here. I need to, if I keep making the same mistake, if I'm not willing to learn from my mistakes, if I'm not willing to self-reflect, if I'm not willing to, right, I'm going to continue fucking up. I'm going to continue making the same mistake because I'm not even taking the time to get out of my own way. If I have a drinking problem, and I know I can't drink, I've got work tomorrow, but I'm going to drink anyways, right? Like, I am my own problem. I am not reflecting. I am not getting out of my own way. This is something that I see happen a lot. It's just your only real problem is you. Like, you are your biggest critic. You are your biggest enemy. You are the one making the decisions, right? So get out of your own way and let, like you can become a better version of yourself if you just get out of your own way. Stop holding yourself back. Self-reflect. Understand what you need to be better at. And again, attack those things. Self-reflect. Write some stuff down. Okay, hey, you know what? The last year of my life hasn't gone quite the way I want it to. Why is that? Well, I guess I was pretty lazy. I slept in most days. I didn't really eat the best. And I think everything comes back to fitness. I know the Grizzly Life originally was more a fitness-based podcast, right? But I think if you get your fitness in check, if you care about yourself first, if you put your health first, everything else in life just gets better. You eat better. You get more steps in. You get your weight. You get your workout session in. Whatever. Once you get your fitness in check and you actually are caring about yourself, everything else just kind of falls in line, in my opinion. You get good sleep. You drink enough water. You eat enough food, of the right food. You get your protein in, right? Like, these things start happening, everything else feels great. You know what? Mentally, you feel amazing because you're like, oh my gosh, like, I've never been healthier. I've never had a better routine in my life. So first is first, get out of your own way and lock in to those things that you haven't been doing the right way. And maybe you do have a good fitness routine and there's other things going on in your life. Maybe you're on point in the gym, but maybe you still indulge in, again, maybe drinking or smoking or whatever that habit may be. Maybe that's still a hindrance to you. Maybe that's still holding you back. I don't know what is holding you back, but whatever it is, just self-reflect and be willing to grow from it. Use it as a strength now. It's been a weakness the last year of your life. Oh, I've been smoking way too much, right? Every night before I go to bed, I gotta smoke. Every morning when I wake up, I gotta smoke. It's a crutch. Use it as a strength now. You know what? Because I used to smoke all the time, I'm actually going to replace that with reading, and I'm going to better myself, or what, however you want to position it. But hey, that 30 minutes a day that I used to spend doing X, I'm actually going to spend it doing Y, and use it as a leverage tool. So again, a lot of this comes down to self-reflecting and understanding yourself and wanting to improve every day. I always say, like that little kid, right? Everything's new. Everything you touch, everything you hear, everything you feel, everything you smell, it's all this new stuff and you're so excited. Like, kids are always happy, right? Like, I want that level of, like, excited every day when you wake up. It's very hard, obviously, to accomplish that, but are you excited to wake up? Are you excited to go to work? Are you excited to learn something new today? Are you looking forward to reading that next chapter? Did you have a hard time going to sleep because you want to keep reading and like you want to keep learning more, right? Like you need to want to learn. You need to want to evolve. Again, you need to want to be the best version of you. We need to continue growing and shaping ourselves. So again, self-reflect, be the best you can be. Yeah, that's kind of my message. That is my message for the day. I want you guys to be the best. I want you guys to work on that mindset. I want you guys to really care about you and your outcome and the things that you are doing and the goals that you are setting. Are you holding yourself accountable to them? Are you going out and attacking them every single day? Are you keeping those goals in front of you so you know what you're working for? If you say you're going to do something, do it. You must. Otherwise, again, your word means nothing. If you can hold yourself accountable and you can do the things you say you're going to do, you're going to go a lot further. You're going to accomplish a lot more. You're going to, again, work on being the best version of you. The nice thing is, humans like perfection. They want to chase perfection, but there's no such thing, right? There's always ways to improve in life. And doing a little self-reflection and a mindset reset and understanding where you have to go and how you're going to get there. I was talking to my team today, or the one individual I was having a meeting with before this podcast, right? Don't just work this week for this week. Like, and my example was, think about 3 years from now. Like, what do you want? Like, do you want a house to yourself? Do you want some land? Do you want to be able to, again, like, what do you want? And you need to write that down. You can't just go week to week and just clocking in and clocking out. You need to have a bigger why. You need to have a reason. What do you want to accomplish? Why do you want to accomplish it? Like, why is that important to you? And once you start taking those things out, it becomes powerful. It becomes dangerous in a sense, right? Because you are now in control. You are now like motivated. You have a reason why you're doing what you're doing. So figure out what that is. What is that 3-year goal, that 5-year goal, that 10-year goal, whatever you want, and make it bigger than yourself. I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Texas. I want to go to California. I want to go to Illinois, whatever it is. Do you want to travel? Do you want to own something? Do you want to buy something? Is there something that you dreamed about as a kid that you just put in the back of your mind because now you're an adult and you're older and mature and it's not realistic, right? I had somebody very close to me at one point. We won't name names. But every time I would have this amazing, crazy goal, this thing that I wanted to accomplish in life, this wild thought, right? Well, that's not realistic. You need to be more realistic, right? That was always the response. It's like, why is that? Why is that even come out of your mouth? Like, why are you having such limiting beliefs? Why are you holding yourself to such a small, capability? Like, I've only got one life. I want to see it all and do it all. I want to accomplish everything that I've set out to, want to accomplish, right? Like, I am here for it. I am here, if someday I'm not, this is just an example, right? If you've ever wanted the Lamborghini, if you've ever wanted the really nice house, if you've ever wanted the pool in your backyard, the hot tub, the sauna, whatever it is, why not you? Why can't you enjoy those things? Why can't that be some of your goals? Why is that unrealistic? Maybe you want a nice watch, a nice car, a nice house, a nice jewelry, a nice, maybe all your goals are family related, right? But maybe you want to take your family on a vacation. Maybe you want to go out and do something great. Maybe you want to, again, go travel the world. Why should you be stuck with these limiting beliefs saying you can't do those things or that's not realistic, right? So anyways, I will wrap up here on today's episode of the Grizzly Life Podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts, my brain dump here. Hopefully you know somebody, well, if you know somebody who could use some of this, I don't know if you want to call it motivation or whatever, feel free to share this episode. We rely on you to share the episodes to get a bigger following and people to listen to this and again, hopefully open that mind up a little bit. So again, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Hopefully you enjoyed Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you've got some ideas. Maybe you can start live like you were dying, right? Is that the last episode? Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you on Thursday.